Tonight I am working on trying to do this bevel on the transom. This page is very confusing because it's got several different things on it, but this big swooping line that's kind of going diagonally across the paper there, where we can see this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and that's finally I up here. These are the bevels for the edge of the transom. This part up here is where the keel mates up with the stern knee, which is laying in those two frames right there. The end of the transom, that pointy part of the transom, comes right up to here, and then the keel comes and fits down onto here. As a result, you got to have a pretty good bevel at this part of the transom. So that's listed as I. It's hard to see there. I couldn't figure out for a long time, but that's I. And then there's corresponding bevels on this little chart over here. So you can see there A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And so what I've been doing, I've taken my bevel tool and laying it up there. Now you can see that's not on I, but we're going to try to bend that up just a little bit and see if we can get that. Still not enough. Okay, that's closer. Now you can see that we're pretty close to that angle. It's even just a little bit more than that. That might be too much. Yeah, that's pretty much right on it. And so what that means then is you got to take and come over to the transom here, which I've got clamped down on a couple of sawhorses. See, and I've been using the spoke shave there. And you can take this bevel and lay this on the end of the transom there, and you can see that we're pretty close, maybe off just a teeny bit right there, but it's close. And I think if I can just take off this little bevel right there, I should be able to get that. So anyway, so then it comes H, H, G, F, E, all the way back down to A, clear up here at the shear line. When the planking comes around, it'll come around these frames. You can see up there on 16 where it's marked. The shear line's here. That's the last plank, and it comes all the way back. Those other frames aren't reloaded in there, but you can see those lines drawn there right above 22. Well, that notch here, that's the shear line. That's where that last plank goes. So as it's coming, I haven't done this one yet, as you can see. On this other side, as you can see, where it comes around, this angle gets more sharp till we get to about 45 degrees, somewhere in here. And each one of those angles on the plan over there, I've been coming over here and doing. Now I'm running into a little problem here because I can't figure out how I'm going to plane that off. My spoke shave, I can't get all the way up there. I'm thinking to take the jigsaw and just come in there, because this is getting closer to 90 degrees, maybe 60 degrees at the most. This stuff up here we just cut off. There's no planking that fits up here. It's just rounded off for the back of the boat. The other thing I did is that I had this plan, and it shows these lines marked on here, what should be the inside face and the outside face. So in other words, here is the inside face, and that's the inside face, that's the outside face. The very back of the boat is here. This will be facing inside toward the inside of the boat. So the idea is that planky's got to come around there, just like it's beveled up on these, to come back around and lay fair on that transom. So I had this line on this template here, and what I did is I took carbon paper and I just made my lines right on the transom there with the carbon paper, tracing over the lines that were on this template. And I haven't done that side yet, obviously, but this side, you could still just barely see where my carbon paper line was. And so I've just been trying to come off to an angle, smooth to the edge of the bottom, well, what is going to be the inside of the boat. And you can see that you can just barely see that line drawn on. See right there? So as I come up here, see I've got to cut off quite a little bit more as I come on up to where the shear line is. All right. That went longer than I thought it would.